Hello, Capricorn. How are you guys doing? It is time for your extended reading for June 2023. So basically, I'm just trying to squeeze the last couple of drops of information out of June. And then up next will be the mid-months where we check on whether or not timelines have changed. So for those of you who would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading, please check the description of this video. Also in the description of the video is my tarot reading course and my new series, Mastering the Matrix, over on High Vibe TV. Everything you need to know is on my website, tarotwithrich.com, and that is in the description of this video. All right, let's jump into this. Starting this off with singles. And from the looks of it, it looks like YouTube doesn't want to notify people for this one, do they? Okay. All right. Whatever. All right. Singles. Single Capricorns. And the person that you are interested in, thinking about. Whatever. Let's see. Single Capricorns. And your love interest. Let's see. Boom. Oh. Okay. The Eight of Wands. That's weird. That's interesting. Let's see what's happening here. Ooh, okay. Hang on a second. So I do see a new start happening between the two of you. I feel like y'all are going to give this a shot. I really do. I really do. But it's a slow new start. You're... Oh. Okay, so this may not be all of you. But for those of you who have followed me, you've probably heard me say many, many times, I've never personally met a broke Capricorn. Personally. Every time I say that, though, people are always in the comments, well, you never met one? Well, I am. I've never met one. So if you happen to be one of those Capricorns who is blessed in the bank, you may be nervous that this person may be taking advantage of you and using you for your money. But even if it doesn't have to do with money, I still kind of feel like there's a part of you that's a little bit nervous, a little bit wary that you might be being used or taken advantage of for something other than a genuine connection. So looks like this is going slow while you still got your guard up. I'm seeing you got your guard up and you're nervous about this. 10 of Cups reversed. So yeah, not 100% convinced that this is gonna take lift off and get to that point of happiness and success right away overnight. And of course, you're putting all of your energy and your effort into work and finance. Ooh, but this connection's getting intense though. Ooh, this connection's getting intense. So Ace of Pentacles upright, Ace of Cups reversed. This is a slow new start. You are proceeding with caution, but you can be as cautious as you want. This connection is still growing and growing and growing in intensity. So, okay. And both of you feel this really intense connection. Both of you do. So it's not like, I mean, maybe you're nervous. Maybe you're afraid that it'll be unrequited love. Maybe this person just isn't really showing and expressing the level of interest and whatnot that you would like to see. So you're nervous. Okay. I'm feeling like there's going to be a shot here. Y'all are going to try to see if you can make something happen. Let's see how they feel about you then. How's this person feel about Capricorn then? How's this person feel about Capricorn? Let's see. Knight of Swords reversed. So this person's a shit communicator. Not the greatest communicator in the world. So it's not, I don't think that it's they don't have feelings for you. I think they just don't know how to communicate them, which in today's day and age, it seems like we're experiencing this perpetual unfolding of this issue where people are just communicating their thoughts and feelings worse and worse and worse and worse. But no, this person ain't playing no games. They're not. They're just not coming forward with their heart on their sleeve because they want to make sure that that you're not going to use that against them. That's what it is. They're making 100% sure, because I'm going to tell you what, right now, there's lots of people out there. Oh, lots of them. Lots of them that you let them know one little weakness that you have, and they will use that against you. You let them know how you feel about one thing, and they're like, all right, I got you. I'm going to fold that up, put it in my back pocket, and use it later on. And oh, they will. Oh, yes, they will. That's what they're wanting to make sure. That's why they're not really expressing their emotions, but they're not playing games. Could be a Cancer for some of you. To also have Aries here. 10 of Cups upright. So this is what they want. They want the same thing we all want. The happy, successful relationship. They want the same thing we all want. They do. They most certainly do. Okay. So I don't think it's all that bad, honestly. I really don't think it's all that bad. Let's see the outcome then. Will this take a turn for the best or for the worst? What's the outcome? Ooh. 8 of Pentacles again. You're focused on your work and finance. You focused on your work and finance, though. Of course. Emperor. King of Pentacles. Huh? I don't know. I'm seeing you getting a little bit impatient because this person's not offering to take things to the next level, whatever that next level is. You know, like let's say it's just whatever level you all find yourselves at. Like, for example, we're talking and we're in the talking phase. It's like, I know you're interested. You know I'm interested. So we know that there's an interest here to see if we can take things to the next level. Who's going to make that offer? And they're not doing it. They're not, whatever the next level is, you know, like, well, let's say you all have made it official and the next level is to move in together. Whatever the next level is, they're not making that offer right away. This is moving very, very slow. And in all fairness, I kind of feel like you're the one setting the tone. And they're not going against that. They're not pushing to try to speed things up. But I'm just not seeing you all balancing each other out very well, honestly. I don't see an ending happening, though. I don't. Just a rocky, rough start. Okay, well, what's the advice then? What is the advice? Best advice. Queen of Cups. Okay. Best thing that you can do. I'm not saying spill your heart out. Oh, I love you so much, blah, blah, unless you want to. I mean, if you want to, cool. I'm just saying in some way, shape, form, or fashion, let your feelings be known. Let them be known. Let it be known. At least verbalize it. I have incredibly strong feelings for you, and I really want to see how far we can push this relationship. Let that be known. Let your feelings be known. Even if you don't, like I said, you don't have to open up and be all sappy and whatnot. King of Cups, Queen of Cups. Both of you have to get on the same page at the same time, working towards the same goal. Yeah. So don't be so quick to make a solid decision. Okay. But I would definitely make your feelings and intentions verbalized and known. Okay. Now, if you make it known and it's like my feelings are known, I've put it out there. I've told you how I feel. And then they still don't make any efforts to, take things to the next level or whatever the case may be, then we can get concerned. But we want to make sure that you can go to bed at night and say to yourself, I know for a fact this person knows exactly how I feel and what my intentions are. You need to be able to say that to yourself because I made it known. I told them how I feel. All right. Let's look at the next soul contract coming in, though. Next person who's actually due to come in. Who is this person? What's the first thing Capricorn will notice about this person? Boom. Oh, the Five of Pentacles. Okay. So I think this person has been ghosted in the past. They've been abandoned in the past. They may have a fear of abandonment. Tower. Yeah. This person just recently had something bad happen to them. And you know how that goes. When somebody just recently had something bad happen to them, their energy might be a little bit off. They're trying to hold it back. And they're either not saying anything about their past at all, or they're just saying very, very little. But you can kind of tell that something's a little bit off about this person. And feels to me like something that was very recent. I mean, I'm talking within the last month or so, they were ghosted, abandoned, done dirty, something. So their energy's a little bit off, a little bit funny. And you're picking up on that. You're picking up on that. But let me ask you this. What card always comes up for Capricorn? Every time. Every Capricorn reading I do. 10 of Pentacles, baby. 10 of Pentacles. So that is a good card, though. So, yeah, I do think, though, that Ace of Pentacles again, 10 of Pentacles. Again, slow start. I don't know what it is with all the slow starts here. But that's all that I'm getting out of this right here. Y'all are still going out, doing things, having a good time. And it may be a little bit confusing because there's a part of you that thinks, man, this looks like it's really going good, but there's something off. Something in there that's off, that's funny. And that's what it is. This person is still very, very heartbroken from their last breakup, abandonment, whatever. Let's see how they feel about you. How's this person feel about Capricorn? Damn, 8 of Cups. They may have one foot out the door. They have one foot out the door. So if they start getting the funny feeling that you might not be interested, then they'll probably bounce before you get the chance to, just to avoid being hurt like that again. Yeah. Yep. Man, they don't even think they're good enough for you either. That's another thing. But if they could rub a magic lamp and have a genie grant them a wish, they want a happy, successful relationship. They don't want to play games. They don't want, lies, deceit, manipulation. They want the same thing we all want. 10 of Cups. They just got their guard up. They got their guard up and 1 foot out the door. So, let me suspect for just 1 minute that, let me, like, say, for example, we've been texting back and forth and I know your schedule. You go to work at 9, you go to lunch at 1, you get off at 5. So I know when to text you. I know your schedule. I know your routine. So if I'm texting you during one of those times that I know you have nothing going on, I know you got your phone in your hand and you don't respond. Okay. All right. I already know what time it is. Be careful. I know that, hey, things come up. But sometimes when you're dealing with somebody like that, that's really, really, really insecure, one little harmless thing like that could end up sending them spiraling out of control. Even if you're just like, what the fuck? No, dude. I was in the middle of helping my dad build a deck. I was busy. I get it. I get it. But that's just where this person is. That's at the place that they're at, where they're just going to immediately assume the worst. And they might try to beat you to the punch. Let's jump straight to the advice. Got to get the advice on this one, man. This is heavy stuff. Because that right there basically is just asking for it. I mean, there's like a 99% chance it's going to come to an end. When you have somebody in that, somebody who's vibing like that, what's the advice here? What is the advice? King of Pentacles. So at the end of the day, World card. Man, I'm going to tell you what, at the end of the day, it's not your job to bend over backwards to prove to somebody that your intentions are pure. Be you. Do everything that you can in your power to be a person of honesty and integrity. It's all you can do. Don't put your life on hold. Don't drop what you're doing to run to text this person because they might think that you're trying to ghost them, Be you. As long as you can tell yourself, I'm not doing nothing wrong. I'm not doing nothing wrong. I didn't do nothing. I'm not playing games with you. I'm not manipulating you. And like, I know I'm not doing it. As long as you can tell yourself that, it's all that matters. It's all that matters. Hopefully they can see it. Hopefully they at least have enough sense to know how to properly present themselves from an energetic standpoint where it's like, okay, I'm not going to be naive and assume that I can't get hurt, but I'm also not going to accuse you of hurting me and use you as a punching bag just because somebody else hurt me in the past. I'm not going to bleed on somebody that didn't cut me. We need to ride that fine little line. That's tricky, man. I'm not here to try to make it sound easy. That's tricky as hell. That's the reason why. What I say is if you're that damaged, stay out of a relationship. if you're that damaged. That's just what I say personally. That's just Rich Lop's opinion. And I will tell you what is my opinion and what's not. That is my opinion. The fact of the matter is, if you're a skilled enough and conscious enough energy worker, you don't have to. You don't have to. It's not required of you. No, it's not. But yeah. Okay. All right. Current person. Current person. If you're not experiencing any problems, issues, or concerns with the person you are currently with, this is not for you. Current person. What's the deal, man? What's going wrong? What's going on with the person Capricorn is currently with? Oh, star card reversed. Could be an Aquarius for some of you. Okay. Three of Swords, Three of Cups. This has been coming through a lot. I don't want to just say the same thing for everybody, but they're suspected third party. Devil card. Death card. So, yeah, the toxicity here is bringing the connection to an end slowly and gradually. But the two of you have not completed your soul contract. And both of you can feel that you have not completed the soul contract. So if this comes to an end, if it were to come to an end right now, the two of you would still have a wide open karmic contract that has not been completed yet. So your all soul contract is not completed. No, the two of you have not worked it out successfully. You're not working it out successfully. One, the other, or both of you is fucking this soul contract up. Sorry to say. You know, that matter of fact, if you come to me for a personal reading, that's usually one of the first things that I look at is what's in the soul contract. Usually one of the first things that I look at, you know, because I specialize primarily in energy behavior. So I can dig in and look at the energies and tell you how it manifested and why it's manifesting that way and what to do to fix it. But what I've learned on my journey and in my line of work is that sometimes we want to take a step away from the energies and look at the soul contract, because it would blow your mind if you knew how frequently we plan for a connection to go horribly wrong. It's not really going wrong, though. That's the thing. It looks like it is in human form, but on the spirit side, it's actually happening perfectly according to plan. That happens very frequently, way more than you would probably believe. And a lot of times that's actually, from what I've learned in the thousands of readings that I've done in my career, more often than not, usually when a connection has gone wrong, it was supposed to. Very frequently. However, not this one. This one's not supposed to go wrong. Somebody here is screwing this up. I really feel like y'all are what's in this soul contract is for y'all to make this work. And it ain't happening. So now I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not saying it's your fault. Not saying it's their fault. I'm just saying the two of you are not on the same page working towards the same goal. Okay, let's look at their energy. Current person Capricorn's dealing with. Let's look at their energy. So does this look better with the light off or on? I just rearranged my studio here. Can't tell if I like this with the light off. The ceiling light. Hang on just a second. How's that look? I don't know. Can't decide if I like that or not. Let me know in the comments what looks better, light on or off. I can't decide. Light off. Okay. That's kind of what I'm thinking too. Of course, I would also have to adjust my camera settings because they're set for when I had everything up against the corner here and everything was dark. I had my camera adjusted to be able to see in the darkness. I would have to get on there and okay, yeah, light off. That's what I thought too. Okay. All right, hang on a second. All right, hang on. All right, there we go. I'll have to get in there and play with my camera settings if I want to turn the light on. All right, let's look at this person's energy. Sorry to interrupt the reading with that. I was just wondering. It was driving me nuts this whole time. But boom. So they want things to work out. They want it to work out. I mean, now I know some of y'all are probably going to get so mad at me for saying this, but hear me out. I don't think they have bad intentions. I don't think that they do. Now, hear me out, because I know some of y'all are mad when I say that. That doesn't mean they didn't do something bad. I'm not saying they didn't do something bad. What I'm talking about is intention. You know, one of the biggest mistakes that we make is misjudging people's intentions. Intentions are so underrated. So underrated. Just because somebody does a bad thing doesn't necessarily mean they did it with bad intentions. Like the seed that bloomed into this bad thing that they did, when it was a seed, it wasn't a bad intention. It was actually a good intention. Very frequently, though, what happens is for any multitude of different reasons, maybe naivety, maybe just straight up ignorance, maybe misinformation, for any number of reasons, their good intentions led them down the wrong path. See what I'm saying? They may, I think they had good intentions to begin with. So even if they have done some bad things, I don't think that at the very beginning, it came from a bad place. And deep down, even those of you who disagree with me on that, deep down, you still know that too, because that's the reason why you're still with them. The reason why you're still with them through all this shit is because you know they have a good person buried deep, deep, deep down in there. You know they do. If you honestly believed in your heart of hearts that they were just an evil person all the way to their deepest core, you wouldn't have put up with it for this long. You've been putting up with it for this long because you know that under all their bullshit, under all the bad things that they've done or all the bad things that they've said, you know that there is a good person with a good heart and good intentions buried deep, deep down in there. Now, am I making excuses for this person? Absolutely not. I'm not saying that this excuses anything bad that they have done. I'm not saying that makes anything horrible that they have done or said okay. No, there is no excuse for bad behavior. However, if I'm looking at their intentions, I don't think it came from a bad place. Maybe they're just immature. Maybe they're just ignorant. Maybe they just don't. Maybe they just never had their, I don't know, their emotions and their emotional maturity, the apparatus for how their emotional maturity is supposed to cultivate was never nurtured as a child. Something, you know? So, Two of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Six of Wands reversed, Five of Pentacles. They're pondering whether or not to continue working on this or to just completely abandon this because they are completely wasting their time. Okay. All right. Outcome. the outcome? What's the outcome? What is the outcome? Mm-hmm. Boom. Queen of Wands. Okay, I still see you standing firm. I'm not seeing you putting forth the work on this. Oh, man. To get a default timeline, this energy is continuing to build and build and fester and build and fester until eventually, bam. I don't think you necessarily need to be a tarot card reader to know what this means. But just in case there's one or two of you that doesn't know what this card means, it means it's going to come crashing and down and burning, and it's going to come to a sudden, abrupt, and unexpected end. Okay. Okay. Advice. You got to go straight to the advice on this, dude. We got to go straight to the advice. Six of Cups. Six of Pentacles. So this can be saved. This can be saved if the two of you both choose to work on this and work this out. It can be saved. But I really don't have anything new to say. It requires work on both parts. And that's just all there is to it. It requires work on both parts. And I know some of you are sitting there thinking, well, what do I need to work on? You can think of something. Something. Even if you're completely innocent when it comes to this relationship, you can still think of something. Even if you don't think that it has something to do with your relationship, I promise you it does. Let's say, for example, I'm as cool as a glass of ice water, but I get triggered when people turn without using their turn signal. You may think, well, what the hell does that have to do with my relationship? Trust me, that affects your relationship in ways that you probably don't even know. And to fix that little trigger will not just improve your experience driving down the road. That'll extend out and improve other areas, aspects, and facets of your life as well. So it requires work on both parts. It does. Unless, of course, you're just not even interested. If you're not even interested in doing the work, which I'm kind of feeling like a 50-50, a line down the middle. Some of you absolutely would fix this if you could flip a magic switch and make it go back to normal. Some of you would, some of you would not. And if you fit into that category where you're not even interested in this working out anymore, it's time to be planning your escape then. Time to be making plans. And let me go way out on a limb here. Way, way, way out. Let me just tell you the way I look at it. I'm not necessarily saying do this. This is just Rich Lopp's personal perspective on it. I'd walk away from everything. everything, because I want to completely untie myself. I don't want to have any energy cords tied to you at all, or at least as few as possible, because you're not going to be able to completely cut all energy cords, but at least as few as possible. So if I'm all wrapped up and oh, who gets the house and who gets the car and who gets this and who gets the couch and who gets the computer and who gets the TV and who gets all the things, keep the fucking things. Keep the fucking thing. I don't want to be tied to nothing to do with you, because I'm wiping the slate clean and rebuilding from scratch. Believe it or not, it would blow your mind, the blessings the universe can give you. The more you let go of, the more the universe can bring back to fill that empty space. I see it happen all the time. So many people are tying themselves to things that they don't even necessarily need. Now, if you need it desperately, like desperately need it, like if there's a car, you know, like I need a car. Okay, no problem. I got you. I mean, you need a car, you know, you got to get where you need to go. Okay. But I'm talking about shit you don't need. You're just clinging for the principle of the matter and you know, just out of pride. Come on now, you got to let that shit go. Got to let that shit go. You know, like I'm not going to go after you for alimony or child support if I already can support myself and I don't need money from you. I'm not going after you for that shit. I'm not going after because I don't need it. I don't need it. And doing that, all that's going to do is tie me to you energetically and keep me strapped tightly to the karmic wheel is all that's doing. It's all that's doing. If I got my own damn car and I don't need that fucking car, have it. You go ahead and have it. I hope all these things give you the happiness you think they're going to give you. Again, this is just Rich Lop's personal perspective. I'm not saying do this. I'm not saying that I'm right and you're wrong. Just simply sharing my view. I walk away from everything except for what I fucking need. I'm untying myself from everything. You can keep all the things. You can keep the money. You can keep the house. I don't need it. I hope it brings you the happiness you think it's going to bring you. You know how many times I've had to do that? I had to walk away from everything. Everything. One time, I walked away with, I didn't even have socks on my feet one time. Nope. I just threw my shoes on with no socks and grabbed my phone. Pew! I was out of here. Hopped on a plane, flew 3 states away, started over. I've done that before. The less you're tied to energetically, the more movement you can make up the mountain. Just throwing that out there. If that sounds like helpful information, take it. If it doesn't, just chuck it. It's no big deal. Anyway, though, I feel like those were the messages that my Capricorn friends needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all again for tuning in and playing along. I greatly appreciate all of the love, support, and positive feedback y'all still be showing me every time I get on here and do this. Makes my job worthwhile here on YouTube, y'all. I greatly appreciate you. Don't forget to check the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Y'all stay blessed.